Hello everybody and welcome back to week 6 of the BFL. This time around we got the New York Jays that are hosting the Boston Revolution here. Boston trying to get the 5-1 while New York is trying to struggle and stay alive here in the standings. So this was a very defensive game, so we speed up to the second quarter. Jason Blake, he's making a little bit of adjustments. He rolls out to the left and then finally powers his way into the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. As you can see, Boston was only shut down to about 6 points, so 2 field goals there. We fast forward here to the third quarter, where Jason Blake and company have the ball again, gives it to Lamar Walker, and Lamar Walker goes untouched for 75 whole yards into the end zone to make a lead here, and they wanted to pull the upset badly here today here in New York, as they wanted to get their second win of the season in a big way and go into the half of the season with a little bit of positivity. So Anthony Vales finally getting into the red zone and gives it to his main man DeAndre Land. We already know he's about that business. They try to go for 2 here, as it was 6-14. They had to get 8 points and they don't get that. They're down now by 2. It's 14-12 here in the fourth quarter now, as Vales, they get the ball back after a great punt, but they give it right to Omar Johnson. He gets a good first down there. Trying to capitalize on that here, 3rd and 9. Vales looking. He has Calvin Harris right there for a good first down. Now 2nd and 6, just before the 2-minute warning, throws it right to Omar Johnson again and drags it, man, all the way inside the 15-yard line. He is very, very powerful. It only ends up in 3 points though, but they get the field goal there to take the lead. So here we go, 2nd and 2, Jason Blake. He's going to roll off to the right. Has some good protection. Throws it to Lamar Walker, who got the big play here. Now, you guys, I want to say I apologize for this one. I made a big mental error here. Jason Blake going to roll off to the right. He's going to try to get into the end zone. And we run out of time with just one timeout. I wanted to throw the ball away, and I totally forgot. I'm so sorry, New York faithful. But Boston will win this game 15-14 off of a mental error. Once again, I'm sorry. But Boston will go 5-1 on the season now. And New York will go 1-5. So the home tour continues with Denver as they host the Dallas Marshalls this time around. And let me tell you, it was a slobber knocker, especially for Ricky Bledsoe here. He throws a bomb to his main guy, Chris Barber, as he goes right into the end zone for a touchdown, the first of many for Ricky Bledsoe's record-setting day. As we speed up to the second quarter here, Bledsoe dropping back, not having that much pressure, throws it right to Quandre Stevenson as he was matched up with a linebacker. He takes that one for the second touchdown of the night. Yeah, it was pretty easy for these boys here in Denver. Nothing really to really go about there. So it's 10-14 here. Still in the second quarter here, throws it right to Harrison. Harrison bulls over number 28 as he goes inside the 20, finally getting pushed out inside the 10. The very next play here, Bledsoe fakes it to Harrison, and Perry gets a nice floater right into the end zone for his first touchdown of 2 that he got today. Big day here for Denver, as Ricky Bledsoe was just on fire all day today. But a fumble there by Harrison is still on the ground, gets picked up by Hayes, who has 5 sacks onto the season. They can't bring him down. He goes all the way into the end zone for a touchdown, and it looks like they might have a big play here for Dallas. But, of course, the coach is going to challenge that one. They review it. They look at it again. And they say he was on the ground there, and the Dallas Marshalls can't get back into this game here, as that would lead into the fourth quarter. Bledsoe throwing it to Casper Perry. It was a touchdown. Easy game for the Denver Dynamo, as Ricky Bledsoe ended up with a perfect QBR, 158.3 with 4 touchdowns and no INTs. Big win for Denver, as they will go 5-1 going into week 7. So the Miami Cyclones are back in Atlanta to take on the Bullets. Both of them have 3 wins. This time it's Rex Johnson's return game after having an injury from his PCL. He's back after 2 weeks. Looking a little rusty here as he throws that one right to Ty Jensen for an INT. They won't make that much of it as Jerome Kendall comes in for an injured D. Singleton and throws a pick right to Billups as they get the ball right back to the Miami Cyclones. This time they take advantage of their interception and they go right into the end zone for a touchdown right to Eric Young. Kendall this time giving it to Wicks this time. Maybe they could get something on the run game, but no, a fumble, and it fumbles all the way backwards right to the defense, and they're going to take advantage of that. 3rd and 2 here. Rex Johnson dropping back, throws it right to his fullback Hansen, and he will power his way through into the end zone for a touchdown. They have a 2-score lead now. Going into the second quarter, just under 2 minutes left. Rex Johnson play fakes it, throws it deep right to Matt Nash, and he gets another touchdown. That's Rex Johnson's 2nd touchdown of the day. They go up 21-0 at halftime. Here we go in the 3rd quarter. D. Singleton makes his triumphant return and throws a dot right to Jermaine Price for a big first down there. Gets him to the goal line actually. As they get a few plays later, throws it right to Darnell Wicks, and he gets a touchdown, holds on to it. And now they're trying to make a little bit of a comeback here. You know, if it's one thing about Atlanta, they like to make comebacks here. And you can tell here, as it was incomplete, but they called pass interference on Billups, who got the interception earlier in the game. So that got them into the red zone, I believe. They go to the 6-yard line here. Singleton rolling to the right here, throws it right to Darnell Wicks. Once again, he gets his 2nd touchdown in total, his 1st receiving touchdown. We go to the near end of this game here, 37 seconds left. Throws a bomb right to Keith Manning, the legendary wide receiver. He's been here since season 2. Gets a touchdown here, and they need a great onside kick, and Bronson delivers, but it just got too much heat on it as it goes out of bounds. And that will end the game. The Cyclones avoid a comeback loss and get their 4th win of the season. They are now 4-1. All right, we got 2 teams here struggling in the standings. We got the Detroit Demons coming to Kansas City to face off against the Scouts here. Kansas City definitely needs a win here. They started 1-3 on the season and had a huge loss to New Jersey. And Clay gets a big run there after getting a reception from his man, Lance Shutt. 2nd down and 14 here. Tamarick Clay gets some great blocks, and he powers his way into the end zone for a touchdown. That was their 1st touchdown of the day. Big runs from Tamarick Clay. He is a big piece of that offense. Here we go, 3rd and inches here. Ryan Clark just powers through, breaking tackles as he gets past the 50. He even injured a guy on that run. So here we go, 2nd and goal. Andy Hewitt throws it right to Dana Gaynor, takes a huge hit in the end zone, but it's a touchdown for the Kansas City Scouts. Their offense has been clicking, and this is no different. 2nd quarter, Hewitt throwing it to Maynard, his tight end, to get a big first down at the goal line. 3rd down and goal here. They lost a few yards here at the 7. Throws it right at him. A beam right to Vasco Laurent there. And they take the lead there, 14-10. This was a competitive matchup here. Here in the 3rd quarter, Ryan Clark getting a huge run there. One of the best runs of the year. Runs a man over at the 40, at the 30. He's got to beat Danny Castle, and he stiffs armed him right into the ground. This does not look like a 33-year-old man, folks. Not at all. That was one of the best runs of the year from Ryan Clark. So here we go, 3rd and 25 here in the 3rd quarter. Shutt throws a bomb right to Bynum. And if he didn't catch that, that would have got them right out of there. But it keeps him in the game here. Shutt keeps himself composed in the pocket and gives it to his man, Curtis Preston. Gets a touchdown, 17-21 here. Late on here in the 3rd, throws it right to his man, Randall Bynum again. On a crucial play to get them into the red zone there. They get at the 1-yard line, and then they get into the end zone for a touchdown to Merrick Clay, his 2nd touchdown today. Hewitt throwing a bomb right to Truman. He gets a big catch there. And this one would end the game here. Vasco Laurent wide open. He takes that bomb. they will score. Their defense would hold, and they would win this game 28-24. What a huge win for Kansas City. They get their second win on the season. They go 2-4. Meanwhile, the Detroit Demons fall down to 2-4. Big mid-season game here for both teams. The Ohio Bulldogs on a 2-game losing streak, trying to change it here against the Dragons here. Murphy looking off to the right. He was looking to scramble there, but then he sees his main man, Steve Gross, there, and he knows that connection is solid. He's going to give it right to him, and he's going to go right into the end zone for a touchdown. McPherson will respond here in the second quarter, throwing it to his man, Jamison Jean-Baptiste, and they're having some good chemistry as well between these two. Of course, Jean-Baptiste is a rookie. Play action fake here for Murphy. Throws it right to Rodney Parker, another man he has a great chemistry with since season 2. And Rodney Parker gets a big first down, breaking through some tackles. Here we go. In at the goal line there, giving it to his second tight end, Adams, there for another touchdown. 14-10. Murphy, another play action fake. Throws it right to Mike Carroll. And they're trying to get some points before halftime here. Murphy dropping back again, 2nd and 3, and guess who's open once again? Steve Gross. And you would think after 6 years of being together, the defense would catch on, right? But I guess not. But here's Xavier Gonzalez, the rookie from the Scottish Claymores, breaking a tackle, and he will take it 101 yards into the end zone for a touchdown. They said if the Dragons could get a touchdown before halftime, we can too. And that's exactly what he did. Third quarter here, Deshaun McPherson throwing it to Adam Hand. Over pursuing by O.J. Knight, and Adam Hand will take it all the way just about to the 15-yard line, dragging Cortez de Leon there. 2nd and 10 here at the 15. McPherson will scramble off to the left and try to fight his way into the end zone. He does get the touchdown, but it will be called back for holding, and that will take 6 off the board, and they will have to go for 3. So here's Murphy again, giving it to Phil Quick. He's giving it to all his main men, and Quick breaking tackles, getting moves, and he gets past midfield for the first down. Here on a 3rd and 2, Murphy scrambling off to the right and throws a huge rainbow pass to Huge. That ball was in the air for days until that thing came down, but he had all the time in the world, so why not? Give him a nice little softball so he can catch it for a touchdown. Later on, Phil Quick with a big run past midfield, past the 40, at the 34-yard line. We speed up to the 4th quarter here. We're on a 3rd and 1. Murphy looking. He can't find anyone, so he'll just take it himself for his 5th total touchdown here today. What a big play for them. And the Dragons will be up 35-20. But 4th down here. Crucial play here. McPherson throws it to Cayenne Bowman, and they say he passed the line. That's a touchdown. But they're going to have to go for 2 here so they can make it a 7-point game. McPherson giving it to Jamison Jean-Baptiste, and he gets stopped behind the line before he can get anything going. But that does not say that they're not going to stop fighting here. Jamison Jean-Baptiste will try to make up for that run, and he gets a big gain just outside the red zone. 4th and goal here once again. Throws it to Jamison Jean-Baptiste for his 2nd receiving touchdown and his 3rd total. And they'll have to try to get an onside kick here. 33-35. Ron Figgins here, and he throws it, kicks it right to Asher Diggs, and that will end the game. For this one, the Dragons will now go 4-2 in the season. Meanwhile, the Ohio Bulldogs have lost 3 straight games. For our last matchup of the day, we got the Toronto Golden Owls taking on the Orlando Knight Riders in Orlando. Orlando is 0-5, and they are desperate for a win, folks. Here's Hastings, and of course, he's doing some spectacle stuff, man. Going all the way back at the 30, at the 35, tries to go all the way back around at the right. Throws it to Tony McDaniel, and that was a 4th down play that he just did that on. And then Zeke Crawford gets the touchdown there. But that last play was incredible. To just keep that play alive, that's what we're going to see from Hastings in the future. So, speaking of Hastings, once again, throwing it to Tony McDaniel, another old head that gets another touchdown. These veterans are just playing their butts off this season, making sure that they stay relevant, they stay up there. It's 17-0 here. And Harrison throws a bomb right to Parker, and he gets it right into the end zone for a touchdown right before halftime. A big play there. With 4 seconds left here at halftime, just a routine run, but it's a misdirection play, and Jonathan Pritchett takes it all the way into the end zone here to get back into this game. 67 yards all the way, and right before halftime, and they get the ball back in the second half. And like we said, they got the ball back here in the second half. Play action play, and then there's another Pritchett. That time, Devontae Pritchett, as he gets in a wide open touchdown to take the lead here. Hastings here trying to get back into it. He on a third down, and he gets sacked by Alexander. That will result in 3 points for Orlando, and Toronto will get the ball back. Hastings scrambling once again, throws it off to his right side, right to Zeke Crawford. Seems like only the veterans were open today. Hastings dropping back, getting pressure. He's going to roll off to the left and run all the way inside a goal-to-goal situation. Here at the goal line, fourth quarter, 3rd and goal. Just avoids the tackle, and he crosses the plane and gets a touchdown, but left 90 seconds on the clock for Kenny Harrison and the crew to try to come back here. These boys in the pink uniforms are looking for a win here. Throws a deep ball. He had time in the pocket. He took a hit and threw it right to Butler for a big first down. They're already in field goal range. 1st and 10. Harrison rolling off to the left. Throws it to Jay-Sean Myers, the former New York Jay. Gets the first down. Here on a crucial 3rd down. Throws it to Devontae Pritchett, and he gets a clutch touchdown there to take the lead with just under 50 seconds left in this game. Kenny Harrison had a day with 3 passing touchdowns, 2 of them going to his clutch wide receiver. Here we go on a 4th down situation. Hastings trying to make magic out of nothing. Throws a deep ball to Tony McDaniel, and he doesn't get the PI. That's the end of the game. The Orlando Knight Riders will get their very first win of the season, going 1-5, and the Golden Owls will have to go down to 4-2. All right, after a action-packed week 6, we got the Revolution standing all alone at 5-1. Right behind them are the Cyclones and Dynamo, who are 4-1 on the season due to their bye weeks. We got the Dragons, the Golden Owls, and the Kings all tied at 4-2. Those are our competitive teams here at the top of the league. We got the Bullets at 3-3, the Bulldogs at 2-3, now losing 3 straight. The Gold at 2-3, the Grizzlies at 2-3, the Scouts are at 2-3, the Demons and the Marshals are at 2-4. The Jays and the Knight Riders both tied at 1-5, with the Jays now having the longest losing streak at 5 straight losses. So with our player of the week, we're going to go with Ricky Bledsoe, man. He had 4 touchdowns, a perfect passer rating. I believe he has one of the highest passer ratings out of any active quarterbacks. He's over 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 1 INT. So far this season, he has become one of the best quarterbacks in the league by far. For our touchdowns leader, it is Kenny Harrison. I believe he has 8 interceptions. I believe that is the most out of any active quarterback. It is. Right behind him is Kane and Blake and Singleton. But Singleton, I believe he has 13 touchdowns, but also he has, let's see. He has 6 touchdowns. So altogether, he has 19 touchdowns. He is very insane when it comes to him just balling out. For our touchdowns leader for rushing, we have Zeke Crawford, and he's our leader in yards, 589 with 9 touchdowns. That is amazing so far, so good. Well, he's on his way to 18 rushing touchdowns this season. Tamarick Clay right behind him, 577 yards and 8 touchdowns. Keenan Preston with 7 touchdowns as well. Lamar Walker as well. And Tyrone Hastings with 5 touchdowns, and he has the most yards out of any quarterback right now at 517. Our receiving leaders is looking good right now. BB Cash, of course, 8 touchdowns. DeAndre Lane and Tariq Jammer with 6 touchdowns. They are vital parts of their team. Of course, Tariq Jammer, every time he touches the ball, he looks like he's open for a touchdown. Vasco Laurent with 5 touchdowns so far, so good for him. Devontae Pritchett with 5 as well. For our defense, man, Benjamin Dexter, if y'all don't know about this kid, man, y'all should see the NFL Euro, man. He was a beast, and that's why he was second overall. 6 sacks this season right now. He is doing great with 3 tackles for loss. 4 interceptions for Brandon Gill so far. He's our interceptions leader. And our tackle leader is Sean Bates. He had a big game against, I believe, Boston, where he had like 10, 11 tackles. So we have a huge week coming up, man. A lot of these teams are going to be fighting for either first place or second place in the standings here, and this is going to be a huge one. I'm going to have the schedule for week 7 right now. The Dragons and the Cyclones. This is going to be a historical matchup. If you didn't see the playoffs last season, I did record last season. The Dragons and the Cyclones had a classic bout to see who was going to be in the Mega Bowl. The Dragons were just a couple plays away from tying the game, and then a game-changing sack by Warren, who is now part of the Dynamo, got the sack and ended that game. That should be huge. We got the Revolution and the Golden Owls, man. If the Golden Owls didn't lose this week, they would have played with 5. Both teams would have been 5-1, and basically that would have been a first place game. But if the Golden Owls do win this one, they will be in first place. They will be in first place at 5-2, with the Revolution being down just because they lost to them. A lot of other big games. We got the Dynamo and the Bullets, 2 high octane offenses. I was thinking of making this a triple header for week 7, but I was like, that's a little bit too much. So we're gonna see that in the recap. The Bulldogs and the Demons, 2 teams who are struggling right now. They need wins. The Gold and the Jays, 2 very much great defenses. They're gonna be looking for a win here. The Scouts and the Kings, those should be really high octane offenses, of course. Andy Hewitt was the QB1 back in the ASFL, right behind Rob Griffith. So that should be interesting to see another master versus student matchup there. Marshalls versus Grizzlies as well. And of course, the Knight Riders have a bye week, and they're going to need that bye week to reassess the rest of the season, because they are now 1-5 with a win under their belt. So let's see if they can improve on that. Thank you guys so much for your patience for week 6. This was a pretty long week for me. Had a lot of overtime, so I had to go work. But I'm pushing these videos as fast as I can. It should be a little bit easier on the schedule now that we have 2 games of the week. But we should either start with the Dragons and Cyclones, or the Revolution or Golden Owls, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. And that one should be released either Monday or Tuesday. So get ready for those. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and a great rest of your week as well. Like and subscribe as always, and we'll see you guys for that next primetime video.